Coming at you full fledged. It's your boy Rage Man Reg with another video for y'all, man. Welcome, YouTube. Developing news. One of the more bigger stories of the NBA season thus far. Bubble superstar, if you would even say that, guard slash forward Jimmy Butler has been suspended for the second time by the Miami Heat after apparently missing a team flight earlier today. Now, if you've been living under a rock, the reasoning behind this is, from at least on Jimmy's side, is he wants the financial security as the main guy on the Heat. But consistent with that organization, they don't want to pay him as he's aging, uh, in which will result in them crippling their chances to win even further, or at least contend. Now, to add insult to injury, this second suspension comes right after Butler was seen wearing shoes themed by my Phoenix Suns colors against the Toronto Raptors. I'm gonna be honest, man. I've been an admirer of Jimmy's game dating back to his days on the Chicago Bulls. I remember watching the 2015 series, second round series between the Cavs and the Bulls. That's a classic series. That being said, man, this is no surprise to me, and his career is over as we know it. If you know ball, you know that similar instances like this one between Jimmy Butler and other NBA teams lean towards the same topic. When Butler wants to or fails to establish a new set of rules of engagement, he goes full self-sabotage. Unlike his times in Chicago, Minnesota, or Philly, though, this is purely about money, primarily, and him gaining rather, an inordinate amount of control in the organization. Peep this, if you didn't notice it, if you didn't know this, Jimmy Butler had the option to be traded to contenders like the Milwaukee Bucks and the Memphis Grizzlies. Adding Jimmy Butler on a team with Dame and Giannis, some perimeter defense and a little more offense, or the defense on an already defensively minded team like the Grizzlies, he didn't want that. To the extent, so far, he's lost $3.3 million in the midst of this disagreement. His goal, you ask, is to team up with Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and the 500 21-21 Suns. They might not even make the play-in. So he wants to go there simply because the owner, Matt Ishba, is willing, ready, and able to give out some money to a quote-unquote star. All that BS from him on the Bulls, the Sixers, the Wolves, it was for nothing. It was whimsical because it was whimsical. It wasn't consistent. Well, it is consistent with of who his personality is, but not the image he portrays. to be so good defensively, you only have one steals title, and that was very recent. That had to be in the 2021 or 2022 season. No other individual accolades and tangible abilities which bridge the gap in your leverage to negotiate how much you get paid. You barely made 2 NBA finals. Not to digress, but the bubble is flawed. 4 months of a suspended season, not many people playing. The dynamic of the game is altered to the point we've never seen before. I'll give you some credit, but not all credit. That wasn't just you in either of those finals runs. And again, well, not again, but you flamed out in the finals in both. And you want to cripple the Miami Heat by signing a max at 35. By completely, if this was to happen, this would completely kill the culture that is of the Miami Heat. His status as a player is declining, in my opinion, bro. Just not on the court, but just by his reputation in the league. And nobody want to pick him up after he just denied that. Who gonna want to pick him up? He literally trying to. This is an investment of him getting. This is an investment to him getting to the Phoenix Suns. Again, he's losing money in these suspensions. He's going to decline the option, the player option, the $52 million player option he has to get this 2-year max. So this is an investment. While he's losing money, he's investing to get out, to get what he wants. Jimmy Butler, bro, he an overachiever, bro. I like Jimmy Butler, but he not a Hall of Famer, and going out like this, you not Brian, bro. You not Brian. Brian, I be having these conversations. Brian, I see videos too. Brian, the only one to get out of a situation, to get out of that situation in Miami Heat, to dodge that in a way. He did dodge it. He kept this pride from the perspective of him leaving them high and dry and going back to Cleveland. He didn't even face that situation where Pat Riley would have to tell him no in terms of how much money he got. So he just left. He got away from it on that end. He did face it to an extent, but he avoided it as well. D-Wade had to face that as he declined, as his game was waning down. Plus, he had injuries from the jump, so the Heat wasn't going to invest in him longer. Shaq, after his 2-3 years there, gone, up out of there. Is he on their level? Not even halfway there. He not even half the player D-Wade is. No disrespect to Jimmy Butler, bro, but he pissing me off with this, bro. These players going out sad, and they messing up the money of future players. With how they practically stealing money. LeBron, no trade clause. The team is ass. They can't even trade him if they wanted to. Bradley Beal signed a terrible contract on a bad team, and they gave him a no trade clause. They traded him to a championship contender. Now that championship contender is no longer a championship contender, and they have their bad contract on their hands. Paul George signed a 4-year, $200+ million contract, and is averaging 16-something points right now. He's living off the 2013 playoff run and his 2018 season, where he finished third MVP voting and attracted Kawhi Leonard to the extent he wanted to play with him. These guys are trash, bro. Jimmy Butler, you're trash, bro. That's all I gotta say, man. That's all I gotta say. I ain't gonna make this video too long, man. Let me know what y'all think. Is Jimmy Butler overrated? Is he the Michael Jordan of overachievers? Do you see his perspective at all? Because I've been paying attention to this topic for a minute, and I can't objectively support him in this. This is wrong, bro. Let me know what y'all think. But first, hit that like button, comment at the middle, beginning, and ending of the video. Share for others to see. Subscribe if you're new. And hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I drop. Hit him out!